Hey Sarcastic Gamer, this is DogsDieInHotCars. I am standing here with Daniel Erickson, lead writer from BioWare on Star Wars The Old Republic. Thank you for taking time out for us.
Absolutely, thanks for coming by and playing the game.
Well, we're really excited. First things first, this is my foul ball that I caught at a Mariners game last night. This allows you to speak during the interview.
Nice. Do you have a ball? Do you have a ball? Hi, Sarcastic Gamer. I have the ball, and I'm not really sure what's going to happen at this point.
Dang it! He knows the rules of the ball all too well. Well, Daniel, you know, we're really excited about the game that's coming out when?
Spring next year.
So it is spring next year. Dang it. All right, I gotta make a new rule.
We're canceling this. He's really bad at the ball game.
So, the spring of 2010, why don't we just both hold it? This will make for a really good, awkward interview. I'll just put the ball down. So spring of 2010, the game is coming out. Is there an actual date yet?
No, but it's actually spring of 2011. That's why it happens in the future and not the past.
That is true. He is an intellectual as well as a jerk. So, I'm just kidding, Daniel. So, having played the game, we got to play a little bit of the Agent class. Tell us a little bit about that class.
The Agent is really a departure of some of the norms. One of the things we really wanted to do was have a class that really had a different pacing for the combat. The Agent will take people out just as quickly as another class, but may do it entirely with one shot. So everything is about the setup. Everything is about sort of intellectualizing the fight, seeing everybody, figuring out what you want to do, and then executing your game plan.
That's great. No, I had a lot of fun with it. A lot of different, I like how you can get into a cover mode, and a lot of different skills will come up because of that. My question to you, I've read a ton about how big the script is and how massive the voice acting is. Talk to us about that process and how was it really difficult to find the right actors? How many actors are a part of the project? Just talk about that process.
So, yeah, we're pretty sure this is the largest voiceover project in entertainment history. It's one of the reasons that in BioWare the writers have to come on so early. We had to get ahead of this, and a huge part of this was LucasArts having the experience and having the studios. We've got studios going in London, in Chicago, in New York, in LA, all over the world. Massive casting, some of the best people ever, and some of the casting was very hard. Trying to do 16 of the best actors you could ever find for the class characters, right? Huge. Your player character is amazingly important, and we had to have a male version and a female version for all of those. Then, all of the classes have their own stories, so they all have their own companion characters, all right? That's a huge suite of actors. Their own villains, their own friends, like huge, amazing piece, but seeing it come in and seeing the quality of it, very, very exciting.
I can't wait to see that as well. Now, along with the voice acting, that tells a lot about the game. There's a lot of story-driven game, which isn't very common in a MMO type of game. Now, BioWare, oh my gosh, if you knew how much dorks, especially on the Brown Show, the podcast that we host, we love Mass Effect. We love Knights of the Old Republic. We love your games, and we cannot wait to see how the story element fits in with MMOs. How does the story fit into such a interactive community with playing with so many other people? Are there missions where you can go along with your buddy and you're both completing it at the same time? How does that work?
Well, actually, it works very easily. Like, the MMORPG was always supposed to be an MMORPG, right? What we expected when we got there is sort of the game we're building now. We thought we would show up and there would be an RPG. It would have story, it would have combat, you'd play with your friends. Well, we showed up when a lot of the time was sort of like there was an RPG but no dungeon master, right? Nobody was running the show. You were just kind of like, hey, I've got the box, I've got the monster manual, I can wander around and kill things. Look, I gave myself XP, yay! So, yeah, in ours you have your class stories, which is really sort of about what you're doing, and then we have the world quests, which are what everybody's doing. And so you guys can run around, help each other with your class stories, and then go off and do your multiplayer stuff where you have multiplayer conversation. You guys get to fight in the conversation and argue about what's going to happen. You guys can, you know, disagree and have all those moments. It's sort of the old pen and paper experience.
Great.
And you can have giant, huge, awesome adventures together.
That sounds very, very fun. Now, a lot of people have gotten sick of, I know I have, the normal MMO. Other than the story, what things differentiate or set Star Wars The Old Republic aside from maybe have you heard of Warcraft? Little known game maybe, and it's an MMO. A lot of people play this game. I still play this game, even though I hate it. I don't know how it happens, but I'm waiting on Old Republic so I can get off of that. I want Old Republic. What about this game is so much different than other MMOs?
A huge amount is just having the context. So it's not, when we say story, we don't just mean narrative and people talking. We mean the whole world making sense. It's not an amusement park. It's not a bunch of random stuff. You know why you're there, you know what's going on, and hopefully you're wondering what comes next. Not which thing you get to kill next, but what's actually going to happen in the story. You're going to be sitting up nights. One of the things that's really exciting is getting to those choice nodes and watching people take their hands away from the keyboard because they realize there's no save game.
Yeah.
You're going to make a choice and it's going to be there forever. But more than that, we also took a lot of the other things that we didn't understand in the MMO trope and we changed them. When you played the agent, even as our thinking man's class, your combat was way faster than most MMOs you're ever going to see.
Yeah.
Right? Star Wars is not about a slow 10-minute fight with one stormtrooper. Right? You are powerful, you are fast, it is cinematic, people are exploding through the air, there's awesome effects, bounty hunters are rocketing up with their rocket launchers. Like, it has to look and feel like Star Wars.
Yeah. A lot of people that play MMOs as well, they love player versus player stuff. What kind of PvP is there in action in store?
Right now, the only thing we've actually talked about is the Battlegrounds, and the first Battlegrounds on Alderaan, which we know is the place where there's a giant civil war going on.
Alderaan, it still exists then. We haven't even talked about the timeline. I'm doing the ultimate faux pas in an interview. I'm stopping your answer and asking, what's the timeline in the game?
It takes place 3,000 years before the movies. Alderaan is still very much in existence, but Alderaan has actually pulled out of the Republic in protest of the signing of the treaty after the Battle of Coruscant that you saw in the very first trailer.
Okay.
So you get to go to the battleground and get involved in the giant civil war on one side or the other. There is also going to be some other PvP things coming, but we have not announced them yet.
Is there anything that you haven't told anyone that you want to tell us?
I didn't wear underwear today.
All right. Wasn't exactly what I was looking for, but we can work with it. We can work with that. Now, before we let you go, is there anything that you would love to tell us that I haven't asked about?
I think the big one is just that what people are seeing today is the real game. People keep trying to, it says, hey, get off after 15 minutes, so people are trying to find the end of the demo. There is no demo. All of these people you see here are playing on the real servers, in the real game. If they knew how, they could get off the planet and fly to other planets and run around. Like, everything is live, and it is an MMO, and it is awesome.
Well, we're very much looking forward to this. Sarcastic Gamer is coming out spring, not 2010. You have not missed it. 2011 it will be. Daniel, really appreciate it. Do you mind if I sing you a song to take us out?
I would love it.
Okay, here we go.
Can we serenade?
If you want, if you've heard it, maybe you could join in, I don't know, but here we go, ready?
Serenaded.
Star Wars, the Old Republic, coming in 12 months to a PC near you.
Oh.
Star Wars, talking about Star Wars. Please let these Star Wars rock. We'll see you in spring of 2011, Sarcastic Gamer.